Okay, so this is where the computer modeling, when it comes to designing drugs, comes into play first because they're using binary codes and different computer programming language along with biotech and how they program or how they create formulas to do if-then equations. Okay, so molecular recognition by a binary code. What is a binary code? On, off. 1 equals life, 0 equals death. 1 equals, evolution, 0 equals void. 2 is intelligent design. To the power of 2 is intelligent design. That's exponential growth. And then you have molecular recognition by a binary code. That is switching molecules on and off using a binary code. And I'm going to substantiate this. Abstract. This is from PubMed. Functional antibodies. Antibodies. Antibodies are used as a way to turn genes on and off. Antibodies are antibody. Anti the body, okay? Functional antibodies were obtained from a library of antigen binding sites generated by a binary code restricted to tyrosine and serine. So what's a functional functional DNA? And that's right, the functional. What was I using functional for? Functional numbers, holy crap. What was that? I have to go back. Hold on. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is going to bug me. Hold on. Okay. Functional. Well, functional DNA and that's right, the functional. Okay. The functional DNA, so functional DNA is the junk DNA, the non-functional DNA. Functional DNA is the DNA that's been turned on, and the non-functional DNA has been turned off. They're the junk DNA. So junk DNA is non-functional DNA. So molecular recognition, okay? So this is about binary code and molecular recognition, and we're understanding that 1 equals life, evolution, order, and 0, which is off, equals death and chaos, okay? And then to the power of 2 is intelligent design. To the power of 2 is where it's exponential growth. So that's how you can actually see a 3D printer start creating from a computer model. When you put in computer, matrix ones and zeros, and you have all these different things that are programming that computer to then turn into a 3D printer where you can print out whatever you put into that computer. That's what the trippy thing is. That's what's amazing. Okay, so molecular recognition by a binary code. Functional antibodies were obtained from a library of antigen binding. Antigen is excess. It is something that creates antibodies. Antibodies, antibody, okay? So functional antibodies were obtained from a library of antigen binding sites generated by a binary code on, off, switching things on, switching things off. Restricted to tyrosine and serine, an antibody raised against human vascular endothelial growth factor recognizes the antigen with high affinity KD equals 60 nm and high specificity in cell-based assays. The crystal structure of another antigen binding fragment in complex with its antigen, human death receptors, DR5, revealed the structural basis for this minimalist mode of molecular recognition. Natural antigen binding sites are enriched for tyrosine and serine, and we show that these amino acid residues are intrinsically well suited for molecular recognition. Furthermore, these results demonstrate that molecular recognition can evolve from even the simplest chemical diversity. So protein docking is exactly what molecular biology is, doing these binary codes with computer models, switching things on, switching things off, creating some kind of formula for a specific intelligent design. And then they have similar articles, okay? The activation of the apoptotic death receptor, DR5, by oligomeric peptide and antibody agonists. I'm telling you, there's so much going on. High throughput generation of synthetic antibodies from highly functional minimalist phage displayed libraries. Tyrosine plays a dominant functional role in the paratope of synthetic antibody derived from 4 amino acid codes. So this is where they're applying the on-off buttons to specific peptide chains in DNA structures in RNA to where this is some pretty interesting stuff. So here's the substantiation of where people are turning genes on and turning genes off simply by binary codes that are first put into a computer and then translated into medicines, into supplements, into vaccines. Yes, all of that. All of that are all related. Okay, all of it are all related. And I mean, I know it's not a happy thing, but this is, hold on a second. People are turning genes on and turning genes off simply by binary codes. Give me 1 second. Into a computer and then translated into Jeff Thornton, you don't have to angry face it. You don't have to angry face this, Jeff Thornton, okay? The thing you must understand is now that you know this, you can do the Jilly Juice to go and counter this. This is not something to be angry about because programming isn't bad. It's the fact that, you as a device needs to upgrade your body to handle the programming. That's why Jilly Juice exists, because it's a pro-life thing. And even though they're putting in different data in your body, doesn't mean that you can't be aligned with it, be compatible with it. The reason why you're incompatible with this program is because you haven't upgraded your body to handle the environment, Jeff Thornton. Okay? And so you got to understand that for you to get that viruses are an evolution and everybody out there is devolving. The reason why you're devolving, not because of the virus, is because you failed to give your body what it needs. You failed to give your body the right amount of probiotics, the right amount of electrolytes, the right amount of nutrition, the right amount of water. And then you wanted to take things that are like binary code of 0. You want to switch off everything. You want to take your antibiotics and your procedures and your anti-inflammatories and all of your detoxes and your supplements and your pills and your and all of your surgical operations. And then you're shortening your telomeres because you're listening to the holistic allopathic world and you're afraid of viruses. Viruses are an evolution, regardless of who created them. It doesn't matter. They're evolution. All they're doing is taking components of this, and this and putting them together to then, well, you could say that they're trying to destroy you. No, you can actually make it work to your benefit if you upgrade your body to handle that data. It's just called aligning, making your body compatible, just like your device. When there's an application in the atmosphere, an application in the background of your phone, and you don't upgrade your phone, like I had to update my computer to be able to handle the updates, to handle then the other interfaces, the applications that I have on my computer. If I don't update my computer, guess what? There's misalignment, there's malfunctions that happen. So you have to be able to upgrade your device to handle the programs that are out there, all the different applications that are out there. And viruses are applications. So it's not something to angry face, not something to be upset about. It's the fact that now you're privy to information that other people aren't privy to because they're so afraid of viruses, they're so afraid of the government, they're so afraid of people, and they're applying the wrong chemistry to their body. And guess what the outcome is? Aging, degrading, death, activism, fear, and who knows, aging, degrading, all that stuff. And so if you understand the computer models, you understand binary codes, ones and zeros and ones and zeros, how everything is broken down to a formula of numbers, and the power of 2 is intelligent design. And then, the dark matter and the junk DNA is just chaos. And then when you actually apply the right chemistry, you create order to that chaos. And you have that power, Jeff Thornton. You have that power. But if you continue to give your body away to science, you continue to give your body away to other people where they do something to it because to their benefit, then you have no room to blame anyone but yourself. And so this is why Jilly Juice exists. So you're able to apply the correct order to the chaos within. And some of you, all of you who are wearing masks, if you're wearing a mask, you don't understand the order of viruses and what they're supposed to be. You've got to get order in your body. And sickness is the body trying to evolve and you're not giving it what it needs. That's why I won't wear a mask. So if you're all like, oh, who's wearing a mask and who's not? You have no idea how your body works. You have no idea how your immune system works. You have no idea how anything works because you're listening to the compartmentalized university system that turns out very subjective people who are so compartmentalized and so tunneled. And then they go off and destroy cultures. They destroy themselves, they destroy cultures, and they destroy the world. So the environmentalists, the ones that are all the humanists and the ones that are trying to be like all liberal and whatever, You are actually working against the population by being so compartmentalized and being so tunneled because you don't see the bigger picture. Science, religion, and politics are all the same thing. Computer science and bioscience are the same thing. Just one is made up of letters, other made up of numbers, and they're all interchangeable. So that's why chili juice exists. So you understand it's a pro-life type of drink, and sickness is a body trying to evolve, and all you guys are doing with all of your pills, powder, supplements, and detoxes is suppress your life force. And then guess what happens? You're watching your friends die in front of you, day by day by day, exponentially. So instead of seeing exponential growth, you're seeing exponential death in your friends and family. And when you're wearing a mask, you are further exponentially destroying yourself. So just FYI, for all of you that don't understand how the body works or how the universe works, let me give you a clue. Bye.